Hey guys, just wanted to jump on here. I had to do a couple of things, and one of those things was to check to make sure this webcam and stuff worked properly. I didn't really know how else to do that other than to do some form of video, and I chose just kind of come to Facebook and check to see if the video and the audio was working well. If it is, great. If not, comment down there. Let me know that things are working, not working, something like that. But I thought while I'm on here, I might go ahead and just share a little bit of scripture, and maybe things are working to where you can both see and hear short little message. But this, past few weeks, I've just been studying a little bit in Deuteronomy and then moving into Joshua. And Deuteronomy has been just captivating for me because it is you're dealing with a people that is a new generation after the old generation has really died off, and Moses is one of the last ones, and he's addressing that new generation, and he says something to them. He chooses a descriptor under the inspiration of God. We know that all scripture is given by inspiration, but as God's inspiring him, he chooses a descriptor here about God in Deuteronomy 7 and verse number 9 that says, "Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God." And I love that phrase, the faithful God. So many descriptions, so many things could be said about God in his person and in his character and his attributes, but Moses chooses the word faithful. And one thing that I've learned about myself, the more that it is that I try to serve the Lord, I try to lead my family, the more it is that I try to do what it is that I know to do, the more that I realize I am so inconsistent. I forget things, I get tired, I fail to follow through. Just inconsistency is the only consistent thing about my life. And but that's not the case with the Lord. He is God, the faithful God. And before God calls his people to be faithful, he reveals about himself that he is faithful. And, I'm not running on my own resolve, but like Peter starts to mention there in 2 Peter chapter number 1, it is the only way that we're able to live this Christian life is by us being able to share in his divine nature. All good things come from him, and the only way that we can ever be faithful is if we see his faithfulness and we rely on him and are totally dependent upon him. I'm not coasting on my own efforts, and I'm not getting by my own resolve, but I'm just learning to lean on him, learning to rest on him. Moses is standing there. There's a people that has not seen the Exodus. They did not witness with their own eyes the crossing of the Red Sea. They didn't see these things come to pass within themselves. All that God did on Mount Sinai, they've been told these things, but they haven't seen it with their own eyes. And Moses is reminding them who God is, the God that they serve, the God that has brought them about even through their wanderings, and made sure that their shoes did not wear out, their clothes did not tatter, made sure they had food every day, and led them by a cloud by day and fire by night, all of these things. And Moses is telling them all of this, and he's pointing out that the common denominator through it all is him. That is, he is God, the faithful God, the one that's been faithful to you even when you haven't been faithful to him. He is always there, and he leads us, and he directs our paths, and he's not one to leave us to our own devices, but it is that he chose to love us. Right before the verse that I read to you in verse number 9, if you were to back up to verse number 7, it says that the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers. In other words, he chose you because he's a faithful God. Not because you're great, Not because you're big and bad, not because you're special in any way, but because He's made a promise and He's going to deliver on that promise. He is God. He is the faithful God. And I just want to remind you that the same God it is that we serve and have the wondrous opportunity to have a relationship with is the same God that we're reading about in the book of Deuteronomy, that Moses is describing in this wonderful descriptor, the faithful God. I'm thankful that that's the kind of God that I serve. I thought I'd just jump on here. Maybe this setup worked. Maybe it didn't. If it didn't, I'll take it down. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm thankful for the God that I serve and for who He is toward me. He is a mighty, mighty good God. Well, I'm going to figure out how to shut this thing down. I love you. Keep serving the Lord.